I'm a very sentimental person.
This has been a real deep podcast.
I didn't mean it to be so. The deafest darling.
That was not funny.
Oh!
It's the traditional hero arc. You want to see the strong...
There's no heroes here. Come on.
No.
And I still think to this day that they probably are still, thrusting around in the dark, so to speak.
I think, no, don't.
Hello, everybody. How are we? Did you see how quiet that was? Oh, God. It seems that everything I say...
I'm sorry, that was really bad.
Would you like me to start again? Hello, everybody. Here we are, and this is Paul with Considered and Conceited and his very special
Why am I special? That makes it sound like
All right,
special.
I'll go back again. Okay. Hello, everybody. This is... Maybe we should... No, stuff it. They're used to
I'm Pip. This is Paul.
Hi.
And we're obviously off to a great start tonight.
We're on a great start. Now, excuse me, everybody. I have to apologise tonight because I am slightly insane. It's true.
I'm not arguing the point. I'm just wondering how is that different from normal?
Well, I've just put myself through the torment of putting forward a birthday party for a 5-year-old with, how many kids was it? 6 kids.
It was only 6 kids.
And there was
a big
a gazillion adults all standing around looking at him.
I reckon there's 20 adults.
Oh,
it was terrible.
I just wanted to pull out my bat and just start wailing into him.
You mean go grab the pinata stick off that kid and go, right, that's it.
Goddamn motherfuckers!
No, it was great fun.
Oh, look, Paul's just finally lost it.
No, it was a great day.
It was a great day.
Oh, man.
Oh, dear. And we digress. Hi, everybody. I hope you've had a great week. And
we hope you've had a great week. No 5-year-old birthday parties.
No 5-year-old birthday parties because, just before Christmas, that's exactly what you want. I think kids should be born just before, about a month after the end of the financial year.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
You meant like what I did?
Yes. Oh, well, you are such a scientist. You really are. You worked it out and said, what is the optimum child to pop out a kid?
Mine's born on the 31st of July.
Oh, you make me sick.
Right on that financial
Right,
year.
exactly when I picked it. Oh, my God.
Unfortunately, the other one's not, so I failed there.
Oh, what was it, the first one that you did that with? Or?
Yes, and then after that, I lost all sense.
Can I tell people what you were like before you had a child?
No.
Yeah, I think I will. Pip is, quite often, she can be somewhat arrogant sometimes. And she was telling me one day, while she was still, just heavily pregnant, and she was saying, my babies aren't going to interfere with my life. I'm going to do precisely what I want, and the children are going to learn how to get along with that.
I believe the term is super mum.
And it just went...
Hey, there are women out there that can do it. I'm just not one of them.
You fell flat in your face on that one.
I tried to fly. I fell down the staircase and lost an arm.
Reach for the stars.
To infinity.
So I often remind her of that sort of thing. So, okay, well...
Thanks for that, Paul.
Oh, look, you don't share anything with the with the listeners. I share, my entire soul. I just pull it out and people dissect it on the table, like a twitching cadaver. And you sit there
help it if you've got verbal diarrhea.
It's not verbal diarrhea. I'm just... I don't know what I... Insane.
Verbally constipated now. Great.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Enough of that rubbish. We don't want to hear about my weaknesses.
Okay.
Anyway, so this week... Oh, actually, I keep forgetting about this.
Yes.
Yes. It's something new. I mean, I can't be expected to remember everything.
No, I know. You just don't like change, do you?
No, I don't.
You know what's coming, don't you? You tell me what is coming.
The cheesiest, corniest
No. What is the name of it? What is the name of it?
I don't remember. Is it Paul's?
Oh.
Or is it just...
Podcasting pick of the week. Here we go.
You don't even have to say it because you're about to say it on the music.
ladies and gentlemen, presenting the podcasting pick of the week.
Gosh, that is awful.
I cannot tell you how much I love that.
That is really awful.
It's not. You've just got to get yourself into the mindset of it.
Anyway, what's your podcast pick of the week, Paul?
Okay, well, as well you know what it is.
I know I've been listening to it.
Well, last week we had Alice Fraser.
Her trilogy.
And
no.
And it's not, it's not Frasier as I was pronouncing it. It's just Fraser.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, you weren't the only one. I every time I hear Fraser and Frasier, I don't know how to pronounce it sometimes because I think if you say it one way, people go.
She must get it a lot though.
I wouldn't like to hesitate to answer. Anyway, so she's on this week's pick of the week, which is The Bugle. Now, it's just a natural link. Yes.
Yeah, but she doesn't run it, she doesn't host it, but she's on it a lot.
She's on it quite a lot. So what happened is this is a podcast that's been going literally since podcasts have been going. It's one of the very early ones, and it was run by Andy Zaltzman and John Oliver.
No, it's a very funny podcast.
Yes.
And they've got different guests on all the time.
Yes.
And different, topics depending on what's happening in the media at the time.
Yeah, so it's like it's an audio newspaper, and they do very funny gags and everything like that, and they just take the piss out of what's happening in the news, and sometimes we need that.
Well, I mean, it's also educational because if you're not listening to the news,
I put it down as my first point of media for news intake. I think anybody who's like trying to stay sane would do that.
Well, what's really funny is I was listening to one with Kitty Flanagan the other day, and I thought, oh, she's really good in it because she actually went, I don't understand what's happening here because sometimes I have to pause it and then go and Google what they're talking about and go, oh, okay. Or at least she goes, I don't know what's going on, and then they had to explain it. And she goes, oh, and I went, wow, that just saved me so much time. I know that's so sad, but I really enjoyed that.
Dear. Anyway, that's okay. Not everybody can have their finger on the proverbial pulse, so to speak. So
I'm surprised I'm still standing.
It's all good. It's all good. We don't look. How can you maintain rainbows and fairy cupcakes and unicorns and things like that if you actually tune into the news all the time? Because it would bring you down. It would bring you down. Yes. So yes, if you just want to hear the lighter side of news, go The Bugle. It has been running for years and years and years, and it's just a good old standard. And you come across some really good comedians that are brought into it, sort of thing. And they're always hysterically
Well, some of them
funny.
you might not have heard of before, and then you hear of them there and you like their stuff, so you go and look them up.
You know, the ones that I like the most is Andy Zaltzman's sister, Helen Zaltzman.
I haven't heard the one with her in it.
She's very funny because she's his sister and she's heard all the jokes and she's not interested and she just shuts him down, and he usually runs with puns and things like that. And
there was a whole thing of puns.
You just have to get into the puns are well loved and they are painful to listen to, but they are well loved.
They're not well loved. I didn't love them. I just went,
I love them. I love them.
Oh, no, it's such a dad thing.
They're dad jokes. It's one torturous line of dad jokes.
50% of the population just go,
it's all good.
The rest of it is very good.
Look, we're really selling it here. Look, it's superb. It should be a part of everybody who's listening to podcasts. It should be part of your feed. I'm sure most of you already listen to The Bugle. It's very, very well known. And I could not imagine listening to podcasts without listening to The Bugle because every time it pops up, it just gets instantly played.
Are you making money off this?
I'm not making money.
No, just the way you're going now. I'm just watching.
No, I'm just simply. Well, this is why I had the idea of doing this in the first place.
Oh no! I just meant because we've kept going. How many minutes have we been talking about The Bugle?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
No,
it doesn't
okay.
matter. People here aren't paying money for it, are they? No, it's all free. So if we want to rant on about The Bugle for 5 minutes, it's fine.
Anyway, I want to talk about movies.
Very well.
Thank you very much.
Okay, could we please have the synopsis for the first movie?
Would you like the title of the first movie?
Oh, let's just go straight into the synopsis.
No. So the first movie...
I'm just going to say synopsis now until somebody finally cracks and then abuses me on Twitter or something like that.
No, don't. Stop it.
It's my new word.
War for the Planet of the Apes was put up by Cinematic Randomness. Hi. They have a website and a Facebook page, and they put up random cinema stuff.
Excellent. Well,
cool.
What's the synopsis?
Synopsis, don't do that.
You're talking to the microphone, Pip.
So, 2017 film. War is raging between the surviving humans and the ape force led by Caesar, who only wants peace between the two species. When the conflict starts to take its toll on his family, Caesar's darker emotional instincts take over his reasoning and he embarks on a quest for vengeance.
He's very dark.
Well, I mean, you'd be dark too if you'd had all the rubbish that's happened in his life.
Oh, he's just got the same sort of life as any other, happy-go-lucky ape that's running around in
intellectual ape.
Post-apocalyptic humanity. It's all good.
So what do you think of the film, Paul?
Oh, I have to go first.
Well, because I got in first. See how that works? If you got in first, you could ask me, but you didn't. So, Paul, what do you think of the film?
Well, okay. I'm going to say some things here that you're going to disagree with because you haven't seen certain other films. And I know you haven't seen those films, and I have. And the big film, and it was literally printed across the screen at one stage of the game. This is a rip-off movie.
I need some more information.
Okay. Apocalypse Now.
I've seen Apocalypse Now.
You have?
Yes.
And the Colonel was a direct rip-off of Colonel Kurtz, played by Marlon Brando.
It doesn't matter.
He was even doing the same... I'm sure
Maybe he was watching the show and he goes, I want to be just like him. But the movie in itself is not a rip-off of Apocalypse Now.
No. Rip-off.
One aspect of how a character's acting based on another character in a different film does not mean that the film is a rip-off.
Okay, well, moving on from the rip-off. The thing is, it's with Colonel Kurtz, okay? No, with Colonel Kurtz, he even called himself the Colonel, okay? He was sitting there in the dark, moving his head precisely as Marlon Brando did in... go back and watch Apocalypse Now.
Snake-like? Like a lot of evil characters do?
No. Just like Marlon Brando did.
Oh, far out.
No, I'm not letting go of this because I'm just sitting there going, what the WTF, And I'm saying that because my son's within earshot at the moment. Look, ripped off.
It's one little aspect of a character, personality-wise.
That's fine. And when you...
The whole film is not a rip-off.
When you are able to go, yes, Paul, it was, then we can move on.
It's not.
We can move on.
You're not going to get it.
Really?
Never. Do you know why?
Why?
Because I can.
That's not an argument. Anyway, moving on then. Beaten into the ground by idiocy. It's fine.
And yet you've been beaten into the ground.
Yes, apparently.
So who's the bigger idiot? The idiot or the person who's been beaten into the ground by the idiot?
I'm just doing the mental math on that now. Okay, all right.
What did you actually like about the film, Paul?
Oh, the film was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I watched it and I looked at Jolly and he watched it and he looked back at me and we both looked over it.
Did you watch it together?
You keep doing this. I think you're oddly homophobic for some reason.
No, I just love your relationship.
We live together.
I know.
We exist in the same...
I know, but you looked at him and he looked at you.
And we said, that's a bloody good movie.
And the violin started playing.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think I put too much gin in her gin and tonic tonight because she's lost it, clearly. So we're just gonna stop for a brief intermission.
No, I'm good.
No, you good?
Yeah, I'm good. I just got an image of you